Now, BMW SUVs always blend the sport with the utility, but this one definitely takes things a step further. Tom here with Go Auto, and next to me in the Go Garage is one of BMW's smallest SUVs. It's the 2026 X2 M35i. Now, don't let this vehicle's size fool you. It packs a lot of bite, but also a lot of nice touches. Let's step inside and go over them. Now, stepping into the interior, the first thing that I notice is leather in Alcantara throughout the entire cabin. It's a really nice space. The leather's blacked out, same with the Alcantara, but it has subtle contrasting blue accents within the stitching. It's so well done. The seats all on the side are full leather, with the interior part of it being the Alcantara with the contrasting blue stitch. And if you have longer legs, you happen to appreciate this leg extension support right here. That way you don't get as fatigued or kind of feel like you're falling off the front of the seat nearly as easy. It gives you that added support. And I really like the subtle touches that BMW did with this interior, especially back here on the seats. The piping has your BMW M colors, and the M badge plaqued onto it's also illuminated. And the headrests are also really cool because they're built into the actual seat themselves rather than being a separate component. It really makes it feel more like a race car and less like a compact family SUV. You get a really nice steering wheel that's also thick because it's an M Sport vehicle that has the M stitching all the way through, and of course the little red band up top to let you know that you're driving straight instead of sideways. The paddle shifters are nicely textured with a nice rubber pad on the back of them to give you a little bit of extra grip when you're shifting. And in front of it is a digital driver's display that is highly configurable. I love it. It's so easy to use. You just click the settings button, control the heads-up display layout, which we'll get to in a second. The layout can go from a reduced, dual screen, full map, anything like that. And then you can adjust the content from your G meter like it is now to any kind of driving views, assistant features. It's all so easy and I love it. The heads-up display gets even better because not only can you have it go from a plain old turn off to having your assisted features, a sport view, you can even go for a curved ahead display, which is more focused on the navigational side of things, which if you're going somewhere that you haven't been before is genius. But moving on from that is going to be this infotainment system, and I think it is fantastic. It feels a little smaller than it should be, but I think it's the perfect size because on the left here, you got a back button, media, telephone, and nav, your quick shortcut buttons to get you anywhere you need. But if you want to see more, click on the apps icon, and this is where you see everything from your driving recorder, which actually is a built-in dash cam, your interior camera with a click of a button. It'll start using this camera to display the interior of the vehicle. I think that's really cool. Jumping past that though, if you're more of an Apple CarPlay or Android Auto person, you'll be happy to hear that it is wireless in this vehicle. Your climate controls, I would love to see them as button operations, but it's in the infotainment system, and thankfully, it's all easy to access in here. You got your temperature up and temperature down, push the fan icon, and that just immediately brings up the menu for you, changing the direction of airflow, and even just a plain old turn off button. Now, another big thing with this vehicle is ambient lighting. Now, a lot of vehicles go for quantity. Here, it's quality, and I love it. For starters, it starts on your door, goes behind your driver's display and infotainment system, and out the other side. It's a really clean line that just kind of gives a nice glow to the interior. You can change the colors through the infotainment system, and you get a good amount. You can go from yellow, green, pink, or red for date night, but personally, I think I'll stick with blue. I really like how it contrasts with the interior stitching. But I think my favorite spot for the ambient lighting is going to be right here in the center console, because you have this like halo crown around your wireless charger that slowly fades as it goes up. It's a really nice accent piece to this interior. And for the wireless charger, it's great that it's easy to access because you always take your phone out and this wireless charger is right there in the middle. It's also got a little lip right there, so it kind of locks your phone in place. You got your two cup holders right here, along with two USB-C ports and a 12-volt socket, meaning all of your charging is going to be right in one place. Genius. Below the actual floating console itself, you have two storage bins, which is really nice. The first one's a smaller one. That's going to be perfect for a quick hand sanitizer. And this larger one's probably going to be more ideal for, say, a lady with a small purse or anything like that. Just nice, easy storage to quickly toss something without interrupting the passenger seat or anything. Now, the floating console itself has some pretty cool tricks up its sleeve. For starters, this console's actually usable. Push this button and it opens up from the driver's side. Now, I will say it's not very usable, but you can definitely fit some loose napkins in there, a couple gift cards. You got a volume knob right here, which is really nice to the touch. It's also a click to mute. And then the left side here is your gear selector and start stop button. I love this because the gear selector, it feels really nice. You go forward for reverse and down for drive, and you put it in neutral with your parking brake right there. Love it. Right next to it's also going to be your driving characteristic buttons. For starters, you got My Modes, which allows you to go from your driving preference, custom control, sport, and efficient, which is BMW's way of saying eco. Pushing this button here is where you can actually view the driver assistance and drivetrain and mechanical changes to the vehicle. Nice to have that with quick, easy access. Now here in the back seats, I gotta be honest, the cabin space back here is really impressive. For starters, these are in my normal seating position and I have lots of knee room and foot room's pretty tremendous back here as well. A really nice touch that I like with it is that the gap between the seat and the floor feels almost extended compared to other vehicles, so you can really put your feet in there and just lounge back here, which is quite nice. Back here for amenities, you got your 2 air vents right here, which is really nice to access, as well as 2 USB-C ports. And I really appreciate this little extra cubby that they have down here. Perfect for putting wet naps for the kids here in the back. Because back here, your child seat anchor points are easily accessible, which I really appreciate. And the little cover that holds them in place is actually locked and secured in place. That way, when you take them out, you're not going to be losing them like every other vehicle. And if adults are back here, they're going to appreciate the same high quality leather on Alcantara design as the seats up front. And your armrest drops down to give you your 2 cup holders, which is really nice. Now, in terms of a captain's chair seating position, I'll be honest, it's a little lopsided. The center armrest here is actually a little bit lower than the one on the door, but I'm willing to look past that because these doors are really nice. They're the exact same as the ones up front. You got a nice machine finished Harman Kardon speaker, and your actual door latch to open the doors are really premium machine finished metal, and it just feels very high quality every time you get in and out of the car. And to go alongside that, the handle right here to close it not only is very sturdy, that's not moving anywhere, but it truthfully makes me feel like a fighter jet pilot with a joystick-like feeling. Now, in every single video, we always often talk about the trunk space, but this vehicle is seriously worth mentioning because you get a really good amount of depth and height back here for a sloping roofed SUV, the coupe body style. When you have that sloping roof, you tend to lose a lot of height in the SUV's trunk, but here, it's virtually not gone at all, which is really impressive. The depth is awesome. You got a little net storage on the left, and on the right side is an actual proper cubby, which is perfect for like reusable bags or a first aid kit. And the trunk itself, you could easily load up some golf clubs back here, but if you're planning a weekend trip, this is what you're gonna love. You can open this up to reveal a false floor, and it is seriously a huge amount of space underneath there. You could easily fit a couple carry-ons, a backpack, first aid kit, you name it. Anything you would normally put in the trunk on top of everything else can easily fit down there with the amount of space that you have, which is seriously impressive for an SUV like this. Something else to add to that is gonna be the actual tailgate itself, because most vehicles will have the tailgate latch right here and you pull on it or something like that, where with this vehicle, it's actually the logo. Just push it and it opens it up. I think that's such an impressive thing that this vehicle has to offer. And with this being the M35i, of course you got some sporty accents on this vehicle. Like this black lip spoiler right here that has these little extra fangs on it over the tail light, just really gives it that sportier touch. And it matches the gloss black diffuser down here, tying in the whole exterior design of this vehicle. But what if you're not looking? You're probably gonna hear it, because this vehicle has a quad tip sport exhaust that sounds, well, I'll just let you listen. Now that is an impressive exhaust note for a vehicle like this. Something else that it has that's impressive is going to be a surround view camera. Now, BMW, in my opinion, probably has one of the best ones in the industry, and that's for 2 reasons. One, it's very high quality, that's a given. But the second part has to be how it actually detects objects that you're getting closer to. As the object gets closer to the vehicle, it slowly goes from green to yellow and to red. And I think that's genius because it helps you pay attention more as you're getting closer to something, helps make it so much easier when it comes to backing up in tight spaces. And I think something that helps with that is going to be the overall side profile. I love its sloping roof sportback design, similar to its big brother X6, but I like this two-tone design on this paint with the gloss black accents. Really just ties in a nice sporty look. To go with that, it's gonna be these door handles. I like that they have the recessed opening, making it easier to open without any kind of overcomplicated mechanism of pop out and pop back in. But with it being the M35i, you gotta have the BMW M mirrors. You got little extra fins as the design language and this arrow blade extending closer to the door, just giving it that added toughness. And down below here, you have red M Sport brakes for better stopping power, but also pretty nice design touch. And with this being the top of the line, you're also getting these really nice silver on gloss black 21-inch rims. But in terms of design, there's something that really takes the cake for me. And that's gonna be the illuminated kidney grills front and center on this vehicle. I think this looks amazing in the studio, but probably even better at nighttime. I mean, imagine looking in your rearview mirror and you just see those floating kidney grill lights pop up. That's intimidating. And these daytime running lights are signature BMW. You got that arrow accent, 2 on each side, but as you approach it from the side, you get to see more design and little extra accents in it that really help it stand out as a headlight, in my opinion. Now, as a BMW in a luxury vehicle, we're obviously gonna talk about design, the sportiness, and everything like that. But we have to mention the safety as well. This vehicle comes with everything from your adaptive cruise control and your lane centering features. But I know what you're thinking in the comments. Tom, every vehicle has that. Mine's got it and it's 10 years old. Well, listen, this vehicle's from Germany, which means they have the Autobahn, which means these safety features go all the way to 210 kilometers an hour. That is impressive. And to go alongside that, it's got a pretty impressive engine as well. Now, popping the hood, the first thing you see is this really clean engine bay and this twin turbo 4-cylinder engine. Now, this engine's making about 312 horsepower, which I agree isn't as much as you'd normally expect. But when you combine this with all the mechanical add-ons that the M35i gets, you're not getting a vehicle that's designed to beat every track time for compact SUVs. You're getting a vehicle that's made to be the ultimate city driver with a smile on your face every time you drive. And this engine definitely helps achieve that. So there you have it. The 2026 BMW X2 M35i might sound like a Google recommended password, but it's a sport utility vehicle that demands attention with its presence. So to learn more about it, visit goauto.ca or any of our BMW dealerships.